defeat. What's your take from that game today?
Can you tell the truth?
If you like.
I'll tell you what the players have just said.
Okay.
Because they'll all listen and they'll all see this. So I said the manager came out on Tuesday night and went after his players. They conceded at Workington, they went after his players. He called them out. And I went, I'll never do that. And they went, Gaff, we want you to call us out because that was on us and not you. That's what they've just said. That's the honest truth. We've missed chances. How many chances have we missed? 5, 6, 7, 8?
A few.
Yeah, a few. The way we've defended, again. You take Charlie Ennis out of the side, or out of the squad, or out of the, not the squad, the kind of the togetherness, no leadership. And I don't want to say this, I don't want to, because they're a really good group, but we have capitulated at times, and don't kid yourself a bit at the bar twice as well. We're getting caught on 1v1s, we're getting caught, runners going off us. There was a time at the end of the game where there's 5 lads in front of the players that are going that way. And it's hard as a manager because you want to keep the spirits up. But they've said, it's on us. We haven't carried out the game plan. We haven't done what we've done at Gainsborough. We haven't done what we've done the last 6 or 7 games. We've kind of done what we thought we should have done, and at times that doesn't work. But that doesn't mean they're a bad group. It just means that we made bad decisions. So the first goal, we all know, guys got caught 3 times waiting for the ball to go out of play. On the 3rd time, you think he's going to realise, he doesn't. The lad gets through and scores 1-0. Second goal, Griffiths is looking forward. He plays a back pass, the lad goes and scores 2-0. That Xbox control as a management, you can't do anything. The 3rd goal, you get a free kick. We've got 4 lads in front of the play. We switch off here, 3-0. And the 4th one, sorry, the 3rd one, Pat's got to come and do better. And the 4th one, well, that's just highly embarrassing. We should score at that end, and then we get it done because we're not touched high here. And then the 5th one, we should score off the hit the crossbar. We just come off runners, and that's a lapse of concentration.
We felt at half time that actually there wasn't too much separating the two teams. It was just a case of their attacking options. When we make a mistake, they have the ability to punish us, which we didn't have.
They're excellent, Ben. They're a fantastic side. They are what it says on the tin. They've got 2 lads in midfield who probably my age, are they? The 4 in the end. That's not being any disrespectful, but he says he does what he says. They don't want runners off them, but we didn't have runners going off them. We can't play Donahue, so he's in. So we play a tight midfield 3, but we don't look to take them that way. So they're happy in the both players in the match because they don't have to run the other way. They're very powerful at the top end of the pitch. Hall is exceptional. But when you strip it back, Deck scores after 1 minute, which he should do. It's an open goal, he should do. Then we've got chances. Then we've got more chances. And if we're not ruthless in both boxes where we defend the attack, you get beat. And that's the fact, and I've just gone in there and I said, listen, Jordan Buckley and Max and Aaron Bennett, because they haven't been here long enough. Kind of, this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but there's too many players that have been out there for this time many times this season have played wonderfully well against the top sides and maxed up, but also the games that we've lost and lost hard, they've also had the same ingredients out there. So there's something amiss here, and we've talked about having players missing all season, but we didn't. We've got Ennis and Donahue missing today, but we've still got a really good back 5, a really good midfield 3, and a really good front 3. But we've got slapped 4-0.
Yeah, going back to the first half, apart from the 2 goals we conceded, Buckley, I felt, was performing really well. He was under pressure for 2 centre-backs, but he was still managing to get the balls out to Fitzmartin and to Gabidon. But it was just like there was the quick ball in wasn't an option, unfortunately.
They played too wide and they should have played narrow, and Deck should have played higher. But didn't. We worked on it in training, and now obviously we worked on it with Ennis in there, which might have allowed us, but they didn't. And then at times, I think we were worried about going that side in case it broke down, but Buckley's done great on occasions. He's nearly scored there, but 2 wingers did this instead of coming inside. We didn't jump, as what we call it, as a midfield 2 or 2H. Didn't jump onto their 2, and at times you get the message on. We tried to get it on after 15 minutes. After that, we got it on at half time. We had to make changes, but the changes didn't. Well, the changes may have created opportunities, but didn't stop us from looking defensively shaky. And we looked even shaky when Charlie Oliver had to come off with his injury. But again, that's not against Deck or Griffin going to right back. They're not natural right backs. So it's disappointing. But we've come and created chances, and I'm sure that the more we play with Jordan Buckley and Bennett, I think we'll score goals. But we've got to get it right at both ends.
That's the thing, isn't it? We can look back at results like Matlock or Marine, and we've had an initial reaction which is, we've been it's a heavy defeat. But then we watched the game back and we've created chances. And I think when you watch this game back, we did create the chances.
Rob's just said it. Rob's just said the amount of chances we've created, but we can't go from should scoring here to then conceding here in 90 yards, because in training we'd work on our centre halves being touched out of the forwards, nullifying space, suffocating space. Don't know whether or not they thought we'd scored and they could switch off, but that's the, you can't do that. You've got lads there who've played, I told you, 1,000 games at this level, so you can't allow that. But we're too nice. We're too nice. How many? I've just said in there, how many people went for Curtis Jones when he tried to chest the ball out instead of heading it? Because I said, "Oh, head it." He went, "No one." I said, "How many times did you get told guy in the first half?" No one. Griffiths, did anyone tell you when you played that back? No one. Now you're not asking him to say that you're going to burn their house down or something, but you're asking him to say, "Put your finger out. You need to do better than that," because that's not what we do in training. But if we don't do that, we haven't got that leadership quality to do that, and it allows people to continue to make mistakes. But Ben, I will say that it's only a game, because rewind 2 weeks we were absolutely exceptional at Gainsborough, but that's that inconsistency that we've got in this squad. But there's no rhyme or reason for it.
Just to go back to that fourth goal, that was your classic example, because you go back to how good they are in their final third. Luke Hall, if they're on the counter-attack, he's just going to burn you, isn't it?
He's exceptional. He should be playing National League. I mean, listen, we know we've spoken about the resources they've got here. They've got fantastic players, but you play against fantastic players in pre-season. You play against league sides that you can nullify them. You've just got to be more switched on than what you usually do. You look at their players; they're exceptional. They'll be right up there. And I know we beat them first game of the season, but they're on a charge. They're so good, and the manager was so upset with them on Tuesday night. And we joked about it before, and I said, if I was to come out and do that on the interview, I said, I'm probably going to get called and hung from the cross or whatever it'll be. But he went after him. He listened to his interview. He put the whole blame on his playing staff. And look at the reaction they got today. And I've just said that to them. I said, it's on us, Gaff. It's not. But I'm here. I will take the blame, and I don't like coming out and doing that. But trust me, the way we've trained all week this week, and Rob has been here now a certain amount of time. He said, now I know why you've conceded 5-4, because X, Y and Z will roll over when things are right. And it is refreshing for other people to see it. That's not for us to call them players out. That's what happens. But now you've got another set of eyes on it. It's time to maybe put a different jigsaw piece in there.
So you want a reaction? Stafford next on Saturday.
We say this all the time. We always get a reaction. That's the thing. But it's the consistency we're after now. We'll get a reaction against Stafford. We'll be hurting. We'll train hard this week. We'll have key people back. Hopefully Donohue's fit to start, and this will be fit. But you don't know what happens in training. So because someone drops out, we've got a good enough squad for someone to drop in. So yeah, we want a reaction. I'm sure we'll get one. But again, we've got to look at what's working and what's not working, and hopefully Charlie Oliver recovers. But we'll have to see as the week goes on. But it's big thanks to all the fans that have travelled and sang their hearts out. And I've just said them in there, sometimes you don't feel you deserve that applause that you get with 200 or 300 fans coming all this way. And I know they'll support the club and support the badge, but you can't roll over. That's not my style. I wasn't like that as a player. I'm not like that as a manager. But maybe the common day footballer or whatever, sometimes does do that, which is hard to take. So it's an apology to everybody. As I always say, when it goes wrong, it's on me. When it goes right, it's on them. They want to take the responsibility, but I'll stand there and say the final words. It's on me. It absolutely is on me. And I commend the players for saying that. But they're still a good group. Still love working with them, and we've just got to knuckle down this week and get ready for Stafford next week.
Well, Neil, a big thank you for joining us post-match. Best lucky training this week, and we'll catch up again against Stafford next week.